Hey, hey, Universe and mining family. Grab your shovels and your pickaxes. Welcome to the show. I'm Nemesis, and of course, I'm not your babysitter. Do your own research, but let's dig in. This one's going to be a little bit different. I've got my buddy over here, Lou. And today, I was sitting here kind of going over with him about yen. And this man got like super excited with me talking to him about it, because he's been seeing me doing my videos. I've been helping him out with a place to stay for the past week or so, being really nice to him because he's one of my friends, and that's just what friends and community do. They help one another. And with that, he's been seeing me doing all my videos for my YouTube channel, and he's been seeing me do a lot of the behind the scenes with everything and talking to everybody that comes in through my door about Bitcoin, talking to them about crypto, definitely talking highly about yen. I'm sure my friends are starting to get tired of me talking about yen. I mean, what do you think?
It's interesting financial advice, and
but it's not financial advice.
well, it's not. Yeah, but it's knowledge.
Yes, that's
Knowledge.
a better way to put it, most certainly.
And world's changing quick, and we need to know this knowledge.
Oh yes. And so it's like he was wondering what purpose would yen bring to him, especially over something like YouTube, which he already sees me posting onto. And my response to him was that this takes everything that's wrong with YouTube, the centralization, the shadow banning, and all that stuff. And it gets rid of it and makes it more of an open source platform so that people can get the knowledge that they're passionate about out. This man here has a hell of a passion that I think would be just so great to have on yen. I mean,
Rusty though.
This man knows a lot about comics. So, what is it that excites you about comics?
Everything you could possibly imagine about comics from A to Z. No matter what character, what company, it's all exciting.
What would be your favorite comic book character?
Been asked that question a million times, and it's very hard to answer. I'm a universal collector. It never was one base. I love Marvel, DC, independent titles, companies you probably never even heard of. Fawcett, Avon, Dell Gold Key, Four Color, Whitman. They're all companies that basically went out of business, but there's a lot of other companies.
Here's one that you probably haven't been asked too many times. What was your very first comic book?
1979 giant size editions of Thor, Daredevil, DC, Superman, Batman specials. They were giant editions that came out.
Which
in
one was the
79
first
and 80.
one? What started off Lewis's collecting career?
My older brother, the Devil, we call him. I stole one of his comics when I was 4 out of his drawer to read it, and it was the giant size Thor.
Oh snaps! And what got you excited about that?
Everything. Story itself, being wrapped up into it. It's like an alternate universe that you can go into when you're reading these stories. If you're passionate about them, a lot of them had good writing, the art, the hero. Mainly I like it when the good guys win.
Now, talking about with the good guys winning, if you had a chance to be able to get that knowledge out, how would you portray this knowledge?
Oh man, it's just like a vast, endless. There's so many, like I said, different heroes and companies, and a lot of them are like, they got a lot of new graphic novel stuff, real life story crap. I don't really like that stuff, because if I want real life, I'll go out the door and see it. I don't need, to me, comics is about, being positive, about knowing in the end that something good could happen, about keeping hope.
If you were to be a content creator with all of this, how would you formulate your knowledge to passing it out to other people?
Read what you like, but know the character you're reading about in depth. There's a lot of characters out there that people probably never even heard of that they would enjoy reading. But start with the old stuff if you're gonna read something, because honestly, a lot of the writing that's been going on the last 20 years is pure crap to me. But it's not like it was in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. That's some good story content there. Let's take Infinity Gauntlet and Avengers movies, for instance. Okay. I wish I had something to pull up on the screen to show, but the original Infinity Gauntlet by George Perez, and various other people, but the point of it is, the movies had nothing to do with the actual story. There's no Lady Death, Thanos' love, death itself. He's in love with death itself. There's no Mephisto. Where's Adam Warlock? Where's the Silver Surfer? Where's the Fantastic Four? Where's the X-Men? They all had something to do with the Infinity Gauntlet, and to me, I know the movie writing thing is a thing, but it's okay. But I would say read the original before you watch the movie. But all that cosmic cube shit and Tesseract and all the gems, that stuff goes back to the 70s with Jim Starlin's original Captain Marvel and Thanos and Adam Warlock, and you can find a lot of these.
Is this something that you would want to put this information out onto YouTube or on Yen?
Oh yeah, definitely. There's just so much of it. It's very vast. There's a lot of information put out there on Marvel and DC, especially on some of the DC movies too that's been coming out.
So you would think that you'd be able to consistently create content at least every day for something like this?
I would think easily. It's just so much to talk about.
And it's easy when you're passionate, right?
Sure. You like doing something, it's easy to talk about. You know what you're talking about. You have fun talking about it.
And as he was saying, it's like if you're going to do anything on YouTube or on a Yen, be passionate about what you guys want to do. Even if you're doing a blog or just doing a paper or something like that, do what you love to do. Just like this man, I just lightly talked to him about it, and I'm like, how excited are you to try to get on a Yen now?
Oh man, pumped. Love to put out a lot of videos about this kind of stuff. Like I said, there's so much content to cover on comic books. It's like, a lot of people think the comic investment world is dead. That's not true. A lot of people said that in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s, and look at some of the pieces of art and comics that are from the 80s and 90s. The price was kind of like Bitcoin, and kind of like what you guys are doing now.
With the cars and everything, right?
Yeah, one thing was like $500 in the 90s. Now you can't buy it for $50,000. And if that's not price and fluctuation, I don't know what is. But there's a lot of good investment books still out there. And there's a lot of ones to stay away from. And it's just a vast market.
And that's knowledge you would like to get out there, right?
Oh, yeah. Knowledge about comic books from Platinum Age, Golden Age, Silver Age, Bronze, Modern. It's just so much to cover. Not that I like the modern stuff, because, like I said, it went downhill to me. And writing ain't what it used to be. But.
And this is from one of my personal friends that, like I said, he's been staying with me. I've got him hyped up about it, turning and burning with ideas of making a comic book series. And you know what? I know somebody
That's interesting.
that this man right here,
That's interesting.
probably could help out somebody else I know. Could it be somebody like that Sundrop? I wonder if Sundrop could use a comic book guy to help him out as part of his team.
What does Sundrop do?
Oh, Sundrop. Oh, gosh. You got to talk to Mr. Anderson about that one.
What's he into?
He's into comics, too. He's writing his own comic book series right now.
Really?
Somebody that you yourself might be interested in.
Oh, I love talking to anybody in the comic book field.
And he's making his own, trying to make his own comic book that you might actually be able to help out with. And this is somebody that, from one of my own personal friends, that could help out the yen community once this all goes live. He's going to be able to get on there, post content down about his love and passion of comic books. And somebody like Mr. Sundrop is going to be able to see this and is going to be able to talk to this man.
What kind of comic books does Mr. Sundrop like?
Oh, he likes everything.
Is that the guy I heard that wants to talk about the Magna comics? Or?
Yeah, he was the one that I was talking to late last night with right at the end of the.
I'm not
right
into
before
Magna, but I'm always interested in learning about them. It was just never my preference. I'm more into Golden Age and Silver Age trilogy and that kind of thing. But I like Magna. You know, it's just.
Well, it sounds like you and Mr. Sundrop have some stuff to discuss now, huh?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, I'm sure there's some good artists out there from Magna. I mean, I like Bernie Wrightson preferably. You know, Swamp Thing creator. He's a cool guy.
So this man will be able to help Chris Anderson possibly with some of that.
I love books.
With some of the content creating maybe into the future.
Sounds fun.
Just think about that, Mr. Sundrop.
Cool.
So with that, guys, you know, I just wanted to bring in somebody that, you know, a good friend of mine that I've actually got hyped up, and he's loving this, the whole yen.io community. He's definitely wanting to be part of this. Definitely FOMOing into all of this because of me. But, you know, that's what I'm here for, is to make sure that people get excited and want to come on board. So with that being said, how excited are you now?
Pumped, and I'm looking forward to partying with Peter and John, man, in person one day. I want to hang out with you guys.
And of course, Mr. Sundrop too.
Oh yeah, man. Anybody from comic books, man, is a friend of mine.
Rock on, rock on. And with that being said, guys, I will leave you on the next one. See you on the next time.